Hey, what's up, you guys? My name is David, and welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome, and for those of you who are returning from previous videos, welcome back. Today, what I've got for you is a concert review. I just went to the show last night, and I'm gonna chat to you guys about it right now. So, I went to go see Idle Hands, Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats, and King Diamond. Yeah, this was never saw, this is my first time seeing any three of these bands. I was very much looking forward to this because, of course, King Diamond, big name, legendary name in the heavy metal genre. So, yeah, this was at the Louisville Palace in my hometown. This is my second time going to this venue. My first show here was Dream Theater just back in September, actually. It was my second time seeing them. And it was a lot better than my first time seeing Dream Theater, because the first time I saw them, they just played The Astonishing, which was decent, but I wanted to hear them do other stuff. I got to, the second time I saw them back in September, they did do other stuff, and on top of that, they did the entire Scenes from a Memory record, which was really, really special. That was definitely a standout for me, and just, anything that I've seen live. But yeah, super cool. Anyway, getting off topic here. So to this show, first up, well, once again, my dad tagged along with me for the show, and his buddy Corey, which is also his guitar player in his band, Thorns of Vengeance. They're not known or anything. They don't even have anything out, so don't bother trying to look it up or anything. They have a Facebook, but I'm not going to start talking about Thorns of Vengeance more until they've got something out, probably. Anyway, so they tagged along with me for this, and unfortunately, we were late to the very first act, which was Idle Hands. Idle Hands, for those of you who are not familiar, but I'm sure a lot of you already are, because these guys are blowing up right now. Idle Hands is a fantastic band from Portland, Oregon, that play a mixture of classic metal and goth rock. I fucking loved their record that came out this year, Mana. It's going to be in my favorites of the year. Yeah, absolutely phenomenal album. So I was very, very much anticipating these guys' live performance, and it did not disappoint. Um, their the musicianship was tight. They gave a great performance. All the songs uh, just played out very, very well live. Yeah, just everything was just completely on point, and they actually sound very, very close to the album. As much as they do live. So that was really, really cool. But yeah, unfortunately, I missed the first song. They opened up with Nightfall, and they were playing that as we were entering the venue. I was like, fuck. I really don't like it when I miss out any part of any act that I'm going to see. But yeah, Idle Hands was fucking great. Really enjoyed it. I hope they get to come back, and I hope they got a good enough reception to where they want to come back. So yeah, that's Idle Hands. Up next was Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats. This was a band I was not really familiar with at all. I'd seen their name a couple times, just, going around the internet and hearing some people talk about them, but I don't know, the best way I could describe Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats is I guess they're a stoner acid rock, kind of metalish here and there kind of band. I don't know where they're from. I think they're a US band. I could be completely wrong. But yeah, didn't really know anything about these guys, and when they went up, I wasn't really too crazy with this band. I guess, they sounded fine, well, because, every band at this place sounds fine. The Louisville Palace is a fantastic sounding venue, probably the best sounding venue that we have over here in Louisville. So they sounded good, they played a good show, but just every song that they played, it just kind of seemed to just do one movement the entire time, and it kind of just did the same thing until the song was over. Very fuzzed out guitar tone. I'm not a huge fan of the extremely fuzzy guitars. I mean, I can deal with it in doses here and there, but that's why I'm not a big fan of Sleep or Electric Wizard either. But yeah, this band, I don't really have a whole lot to say about them. Wasn't really my thing. Not bad. It was okay. Like I said, they played fine. They sounded fine. So we'll leave it at that. And now we go to the main event, King Diamond. Highly, highly anticipating this, even though I will admit right now up front that I have not listened to a whole lot of King Diamond's discography. I'm a lot more familiar with Merciful Fate than I am King Diamond, and I think the only King Diamond stuff, like, I've heard some of Fatal Portrait, I've heard a little bit of Abigail, and I've heard some of the album Them. And I think that's really about it. And so, but yeah, King Diamond, I expected their performance to be great, but this was fucking mind-blowing. And it wasn't just the music either. It was a total package with the music and the stage show. It was like Alice Cooper, but like fucking 10 times more evil. You know, it was just a complete, like, just heavy metal horror show. King's voice sounded amazing live. Man, this guy hasn't lost anything on his voice. And whether the falsetto thing, you know, whether that's your thing or not, you can't deny that he is an incredible singer. He really is. Really cool to see that they still have Andy LaRocque playing with him. You know, he's mostly known for what he does in King Diamond, but he's done a lot of other guest spots on stuff. I was a very big fan of what he did with individual thought patterns with Death. But yeah, really cool to see that Andy is still with him. The band was extremely tight. Not a single bad moment to be found. A lot of really cool guests that helped him out with their stage show. They had a really cool, like, background singer. I forgot what her name was, but yeah, she did a background singer on a lot of the songs. The only two songs, unfortunately, that I was actually familiar with that they played were Halloween and Welcome Home. And, but I mean, you know, I feel like anybody who knows King Diamond, you probably know Welcome Home, especially because of, like, Clerks 2 and everything. A lot of people know that fucking song. But, yeah, man, it was so cool to see King Diamond live. That was a big deal. I mean, because the guy's a legend in this genre, man. He's one of the biggest names in heavy metal, and for good reason. He's got a fantastic band, he's got a great voice, and he's a fucking awesome showman. God, I would almost say you gotta go check this out just for the stage show, because how fucking cool it was, man. And he did so many different things, you know, just kind of like the same way Alice Cooper does, when he's constantly changing up his act and everything and doing all these different cool things. But, yeah, great sound, fantastic performance, and way fucking heavier live than what they sound like on their albums. But like I said, I need to dig deeper into their discography, and I especially want to do that now, because after seeing them live last night, I'm a much bigger fan of King Diamond now. I'm definitely going to go back and check out some albums now for sure. But yeah, this was a fucking phenomenal show. Absolutely loved it. And I would say, even if you're not a big King Diamond fan, if you are a big fan of heavy metal, extreme metal, I would say still go check this show out. Because I just feel like this kind of thing can, even if you're not a big fan of King Diamond, unless you absolutely can't fucking stand him for whatever reason, then maybe don't do it. But, you know, if you're aware of him, never saw him live before, it was like, oh yeah, I like some of his stuff, go check this out live. It was such a fucking cool show. I can't say that enough. Like I said, it was the just complete package with the music combined with the stage show. Absolutely mind-blowing. Amazing. This is definitely one for the books. And that's saying a lot with all the shows that I've seen, especially this year. I've had a very busy concert schedule this year. But I guess I'm kind of rambling now. That's all I've got to say. This was a great show. Hopefully I get to see King Diamond again. You know, I definitely don't want this to be the last time after what I just witnessed last night. So, one more thing I will show. I did pick up some merch from the Idle Hands merch table. I got their EP, Don't Waste Your Time. And, of course, I got the full-length Mana. I will be going more into detail about these when I do my next CD collection update. So yeah, guys, that's going to do it for today's video and this concert review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, thank you for continuing to watch, to like, to comment, subscribing, any of that good shit. You know the drill. Always appreciated. And I hope to see you guys again in the next video. Have a good one.